Okay, folks, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Opaleye Presents Know Your Pros. Today's guest, we have Stephen Reyes of Ventura Mattress by appointment. You could come see Stephen today, and he'll have you on a new mattress tonight. The guy is quick, offering same-day delivery and serving Ventura, Oxnard, Camarillo, Thousand Oaks, Ojai, you name it. He has brand new from the factory mattresses to sell to folks in our community. Stephen, it is so great to have you as a guest today, man.
Thank you. That was a great intro, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I've done a few of them by now, man. They're almost second nature. But the fun thing about running this show is that I get to talk to guys that are in my local network. And I met
Yeah,
you through BNI,
right.
which has already like a fantastic reputation for offering really killer business owners, guys who are
Yeah,
honest, authentic, which is why I thought you'd
definitely.
be perfect for the show today.
Thank you.
So I want to ask you though how you kind of got into the business in the first place, because I asked you before we started shooting, what's kind of the difference between like what Steven offers versus what like that big box store might offer. To a lot of people, like the mattress industry is a little bit like mystical, and I
Right.
wanted to have you on here to sort of demystify that. So, but first, let's have you tell the story of how you kind of started this business. Why go into, mattress by appointment by yourself? What led to
Right.
that?
Well, to answer your question, I've been a private chef for 12 years, and that's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I've always wanted to have my own business, and I actually found out about this on TikTok.
Yeah,
I was on there looking at different ideas for business. I knew I wanted to do something, and I looked at bunch of things that I got excited about. And when I researched the logistics, it just didn't make sense for me. The return on investment just wasn't there. And I saw this and I started looking into it. I got excited about it. Um, it just so happened somebody was already here in Ventura that was doing it, but they were a pastor and they are a pastor. They wanted to focus on their church and they were looking to get out as I was
right.
looking to get in, and it just all my ducks lined up, you know.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I mean, like, I thought it was really neat that you said that, there's not a lot to the operation that you run. And I talked about demystifying the mattress industry, just a minute ago.
Mhm.
And the reason why people are paying so much for their mattress these days is just because you've got to pay for, the commercial space, the marketing, the advertising,
Yep.
the people to run the place, the electricity bills to keep the lights on and all that stuff.
All
And
of it.
at your company, there really isn't a lot of that. It's really just Steven, a warehouse, and like fresh from the factory mattresses. It's really simple as
Right.
that, right?
Right. Yeah, very simple. That's exactly it. When you go somewhere, just like you said, you're paying for all that stuff and all that fluff, and here it's bare bones. It's me. I'm not here. The lights are not on because I'm only here when I'm meeting families. Um,
Yeah,
you my marketing costs are a Sharpie and a whiteboard. So everything's very simple. Like you said, everything's brand new, and people can come in, lay on them, and get on something that's going to be right for them. You know what I
right. And it's not like, people these days are so, eh, quick to know what they want. I mean, they don't need to be wined and dined to buy a mattress. Really, to most people, it's about cost. Like, what is
Right.
the thing going to cost? And I don't want to use other words to describe the product that you provide to your clients here,
Mhm.
because it's really nothing more than fresh from the factory and inexpensive, just because that overhead is so low. I mean, like, there's no kind of shoots and ladders to that, right? I mean, like,
Right.
you are a guy who can get people into something that they can be on that night. So we're sort of talking here about like the question I always ask at the end, which is like, what makes your business unique? But from your perspective, Stephen, I mean, like, I know you're a charismatic guy, you're a great business owner, but can you give our viewers like a little bit of a taste of what experience they're going to get when they stop by and visit with you?
Yeah, definitely. So it's very straightforward, and they come in, we set an appointment, and they have the whole place to themselves. So I don't have a bunch of people walking around asking questions. I'm not scattered in 8 different directions.
Mhm.
I'm able to ask them what they're looking for, get an idea of what they don't like about the old mattress or the old situation, and then from there, they're able to come to the showroom. I have everything out, where they can physically lay on it. One of the most important things about mattresses is to physically lay on it and see if it's right, because I can look at a picture and I can say, oh, this is this type of mattress, but you have some that look the same or are completely different. Um, and there's all these things in between. So that's something nice where it's just you able to ask questions. I kind of chill out here in the front. People have the place to themselves. I give them privacy. They can lay on it
Right.
and see what's right for them, see what's good for them.
Well, it sounds like a personal experience, right? Because I think something that struck me when I first started talking to you was that you were like, yeah, I mean, like I come in and it's one-to-one when I meet somebody,
Mhm.
and then when I let them check out, the inventory that we've got, they get their time to just, take it all in. They're
Yeah.
not being pushed around. And I think the neat thing too, I mentioned at the top that, I mean, you deliver to folks, you offer
Right.
same-day delivery, but you also do financing there. I mean, you're letting folks walk out full price if they need that or if that's what they want. But, you've got a lot of financing options as well.
Yeah, there's lots of borrowing options. Something nice about the options that we do have here is that there's no credit needed. It doesn't check your FICO score. It doesn't do a hard inquiry, nothing like that. The requirements are very simple. People get an answer in 5 minutes. And I have one of my plans where it's 0 down and they could take a mattress home the same night, which is great.
Right.
People like that just because same thing with if you had a transmission go out, you might not have transmission money all on a random Wednesday, but if you can split it up over a few payments, it might work out a lot better for you. You know what I mean?
Right. And I mean, folks need to be getting their mattresses replaced, like what, every 5 to 7 years, just about.
Yeah. Think about a t-shirt at the end of the day. It absorbs your sweat, your body, everything. If you don't have a protector on your mattress, it's doing the same thing. That's why
Right.
it's so heavy. That's why they're so heavy after 5 years, 3 years, because it's absorbing all the same stuff that your undergarments would.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and nobody likes that idea.
Not at all. Not at
Yeah.
all. You don't think about it sometimes, but that's
Yeah.
the reality of it.
It is the reality. I mean, and you gotta keep that on top of mind when you swap that mattress out. I'm probably coming up on a renewal here.
Nice.
And I think the great part of, again, about just like running this show is getting to understand like where all the marketing trickery and the extra cost that us as consumers absorb just by the nature of having a big box store that's got all this marketing. So
Right.
I ask folks who are watching here today, why not go direct? Why not talk directly to Stephen at Ventura Mattress by appointment? I mean, that's the way to be, right?
Right. Great question. Great question.
Well, cool, dude. So before we wrap this up, I want to let you plug what you got. Tell our viewers where they can find Ventura Mattress by appointment. Who can they call? What's that number? The website? Give us all that.
Yeah, so the website it's venturamba.com, like mattress by appointment. Typing it out all out was way too much, so Ventura MBA works very nice. Social media on Facebook, if you type in and search for Ventura Mattress by Appointment, I'll pop up. There's a big red logo. You'll see that, and then TikTok, it's the California King, so it's the _ California _ King. And you find me out there. Right.
I checked out Steven's TikTok just the other day, folks, and it was nothing short of fantastic. He stays on top of the meme trends. He's not doing yesterday's memes. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So, in case anybody's curious, everything that you're going to need is going to be in the description of this video, where you can find Steven, find his business. Go ahead and give it a click. See what you might find over at Ventura Mattress by Appointment. The guy I can vouch for. He's great. He's a pro. That's just why he is on Know Your Pros. And Steven, thank you so much for joining us today, my man.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Great show, by the way. I look forward to seeing everything else.
Part 2 soon, baby. Thanks again.
Thanks again.
Know Your Pros.